An irritable father is likely to completely block her socialization process. In a family, if the father is like an emotional bomb that could explode at any time, with unstable emotions, it will affect how her daughter interacts with others and build intimate relationships. It may turn into a silent disaster. A mother gives her daughter the foundation of survival, while the father should be the daughter's guide and build interpersonal confidence. Demonstrate to her how to stand firm in society, how to communicate with others maturely, and properly resolve conflicts. However, if the father himself becomes a victim of emotions, after encountering setbacks outside, he will come home and lose his temper, smashing things, and by belittling and blaming her daughter, to transfer his own pressure. What the daughter learns is not how to deal with problems, but deep fear. This fear of the father will gradually spread and generalize to the entire adult world, especially the male group, with fear and distrust. This profound impact usually manifests itself in her adult love life, will gradually emerge. They may generally experience a similar trilogy. Firstly, she relies on others like a lifesaver. When a daughter first steps into love, she has a deep fear of facing the world alone. She has a strong fear, driven by the subconscious. She will seek a substitute for her ideal father that is a gentle, tolerant, and able to protect her, who is different from her grumpy father. As long as the other person shows a little bit of these traits, he may throw himself into the relationship without hesitation. She becomes extremely dependent on the other person and lose self-boundaries. She will do anything to please the other and ask for promises. This is not really out of true love, but rather a desire for a sense of security, to escape the shadows left by childhood and the fear of the unknown. Second, it's a power game-like contest. After experiencing several failures in the dependency pattern, he may painfully realize that there is no perfect savior. The higher the expectations, the greater the disappointment. In order to avoid being hurt again, he may start his own defense mechanism. He may turn his expectations to his own strengths. From a psychological perspective, this is an inner self-defense. By spiritually overcoming or denying the authority of the father to obtain a sense of self-worth. In a relationship, it manifests as being particularly competitive and like to compete with the other. They argue about right and wrong, win and lose in everything. But this is not true strength, but a compensatory explosion of repressed rebellion. A compensatory explosion in adulthood. In a relationship, he fluctuates between pleasing and attacking. It's hard to establish a healthy and balanced relationship. Third, the isolated state of separation. After experiencing multiple emotional setbacks, and to the male group, and formed a fixed negative cognition, he may choose to close his heart to the male world, and devote all his energy to self-improvement. He fears repeating his mother's mistakes, and fears that his children will experience the same pain. So she may resist marriage and childbirth. He will feel that his life seems to be lagging behind. When her peers have all started families, he has just emerged from the psychological entanglement to get out of it, and begins to truly live for himself. Of course, not every girl will go through all three stages completely. Some may stay in the first stage for a long time, or the cycle of the second stage, between the desire for love and fear of being hurt, gradually exhausting their confidence and enthusiasm, is to recognize their own problems as soon as possible and seek professional psychological support. Deep down inside, to reconcile with the grumpy father, image of the grumpy father. Only in this way can we truly unload the heavy psychological burden and easily embark on a new journey of life.